Do you wake up once or more during the night to pee and wonder why it keeps happening no matter what you try? You're not alone. For millions of older adults, nighttime trips to the bathroom have become a frustrating routine, stealing away precious sleep and leaving them groggy and tired the next day. But what if I told you there are simple, practical, science-backed adjustments that can actually help you sleep through the night without interruption? That's what we're here to explore. Today, in this video, we'll walk through 6 specific habits that many seniors use to naturally reduce nighttime urination. And no, we're not talking about taking more pills or paying for expensive treatments. These are everyday changes that can truly make a difference, ones that help your bladder stay calm and quiet through the night. You'll not only wake up more rested, but you'll also have more energy, clearer thinking, and a stronger sense of control over your body. So if you've been silently suffering, thinking this is just part of getting older, I want you to stay with me. Because the truth is, you may have more power over this than you think. One of the most effective ways to reduce nighttime bathroom visits is to build a bladder-friendly evening routine. And no, this doesn't mean cutting out water entirely. It's about knowing when and how much to drink before bedtime so your bladder has time to settle. Many people unknowingly sip water or tea right up until they go to bed, thinking they're staying hydrated. But what often happens is that the liquid hasn't yet processed through the kidneys and bladder before lying down. So a few hours later, your body wakes you up with one urgent message: empty me. And there goes your sleep. By shifting your hydration, scheduled drinking more fluids earlier in the day, and tapering off about 2 to 3 hours before bedtime, you can dramatically cut down on nighttime urination. But timing isn't the only thing that matters. What you drink is just as important. Caffeinated beverages like coffee or tea act as diuretics, which push fluids through your system faster. The same goes for alcohol and carbonated drinks. You might think, but it's just one small glass at night. Yet for a sensitive bladder, even a little can tip the scale. I knew a man named Richard, 78 years old, who used to wake up 4 or 5 times a night. His doctor ruled out any serious issues, so he assumed it was just part of aging. But once, he adjusted his evening routine, cutting off drinks after dinner, skipping his usual glass of wine, and winding down with a book instead of the news. He noticed a change in just a few days. After a week, he was only waking up once, and after 2 weeks, he made it through the night uninterrupted. His wife said it was like living with a new man-rested present, and no longer dozing off in his chair by mid-morning. The bladder isn't just a container. It's a responsive organ influenced by your daily habits and internal rhythm. If you give it the right conditions, it can perform better than you might expect. You don't need a full lifestyle overhaul, just a gentle shift in timing, content, and evening cues can make all the difference. Another often overlooked reason for frequent nighttime urination is weak pelvic floor muscles. These muscles act like a supportive sling for your bladder, and when they're strong, they help you hold urine longer and reduce the urgency to go. But as we age, those muscles can weaken from lack of use, past childbirth, or simply the passage of time. When they're weak, your bladder doesn't get the support it needs, especially when you're lying down and pressure shifts inside your abdomen. But the solution isn't intense exercise, it's about reconnecting with those muscles through gentle, intentional movement. The most well-known method is the Kegel exercise, and yes, it's just as important for men as it is for women. To do a Kegel, gently tighten the muscles you'd use to stop the flow of urine. Hold the squeeze for 5 seconds, then relax for 5 seconds. Do this 10 to 15 times, 3 times a day, and you'll start to build strength and control. The key is consistency and patience. These muscles are small and respond slowly, so it can take a few weeks to notice improvement. But stick with it, and the results will come. I once spoke with a woman named Eleonora, 81 years old, who used to wake up 2 or 3 times a night. She started doing Kegels and placed reminders around her home, to the mirror, the fridge, even next to her armchair. After just 3 weeks, she noticed a difference. One morning, she woke up and realized she'd slept all the way through. She said, "I couldn't believe it. Your body is capable of adapting. even in your 70s or 80s. Just like brushing your teeth prevents cavities. These exercises help prevent those disruptive urges. And the best part is, you can do them anywhere while sitting, standing, or lying down. Another surprisingly simple yet effective change is adjusting the timing of your fluid intake. Many seniors don't realize they're drinking most of their water or other beverages later in the day out of habit, routine, or simply because they're busier earlier. But when you load up on fluids late in the day, your kidneys continue to produce urine while you sleep. The bladder doesn't get a break, and you get that unwelcome nudge at 2 or 3 a.m.2. Change this. Try front-loading your hydration. Start your day with a full glass of water, then drink regularly through the morning and early afternoon. Aim to have 80% of your fluids consumed by dinner. After that, just take small sips if needed, enough to stay comfortable, but not enough to trigger another bathroom trip later. And again, watch for those sneaky culprits: caffeine, alcohol, and carbonated drinks. Even decaf tea can have a diuretic effect in some people. I remember Frank, 74, who couldn't figure out why he was still waking up every night, despite trying to drink less. The issue wasn't how much it was when he'd sip tea and water through the evening, unaware of the impact. Once he shifted his drinking pattern earlier in the day, his sleep improved noticeably. I didn't know timing mattered so much, he told me. Now I plan my day around better sleep. Something that often flies under the radar is how our body's internal clock, our circadian rhythm, affects the bladder. This rhythm governs everything from sleep to digestion to, yes, even bladder activity. At night, your body is supposed to release more melatonin, the sleep hormone. Melatonin not only helps you rest, but it also signals your kidneys and bladder to slow down production. But when we expose ourselves to too much artificial light, TVs, phones, bright lights in the home, that signal gets delayed or weakened. Your body stays in day mode, which means the bladder stays more active. So if you're waking up even when your bladder isn't very full, your circadian rhythm might be out of sync. One simple fix is to reduce light exposure in the evening. Dim your lights after 7 p.m., avoid screens, or use a blue light filter if you must. These small shifts can tell your body, it's nighttime now, and allow melatonin to rise naturally, helping both your sleep and your bladder. Richard, 74, made this change and saw a huge difference. After weeks of trying everything else, he finally began dimming his lights and powering down electronics an hour before bed. Within 2 weeks, he was sleeping through most nights. His bladder didn't change, his rhythm did. Lastly, let's talk about stress and relaxation. What many people don't realize is that your bladder is deeply tied to your nervous system. If you go to bed anxious, tense, or overstimulated, your body stays in a heightened state, and that can cause your bladder to misfire even when it's not full. It's called bladder oversensitivity, and it's more common with age. The solution isn't medication, it's a simple, consistent calming ritual before bed. Just like kids fall asleep better with a routine, so do we. That might mean taking a warm shower, doing a few gentle stretches, or sitting quietly with soft music or an audiobook. The goal is to shift your nervous system from fight or flight mode into rest and digest mode. That's when your bladder gets the signal it's okay to rest. 2. Judy, 76, used to wake up 4 or 5 times a night. Her granddaughter suggested a simple bedtime routine: turn off the news, dim the lights, play soft music, and focus on slow breathing. Within 2 weeks, Judy was down to just 1 bathroom trip a night. Sometimes none. She said, "I never thought it could be this easy." The truth is, your bladder isn't the enemy. It's trying to help, but sometimes the signals get scrambled. By calming your body, building good habits, and aligning with your natural rhythm, you can retrain your bladder to rest when you do. If you've made it this far, I want you to hear this. Waking up at night to urinate doesn't mean you're broken. It doesn't mean you're destined to suffer forever. It means your body is asking for support. And now you have simple, powerful tools to give it just that. So as you go about your evening, choose one habit to try. Maybe it's adjusting your fluid intake. Maybe it's doing a few pelvic floor exercises. Maybe it's simply dimming the lights earlier. One small change today could mean a better night's sleep tomorrow, and you deserve that. You deserve rest that restores you. Thank you for spending this time with me. If you found this helpful, let us know in the comments. Share what resonated with you. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue making content that informs and inspires. We'll see you in the next video.